As an artist, you shouldn't be afraid to show people your art. In fact, you should be ecstatic, because the opposite would be growing in a bubble. The first reason showing people your art is good is because you get one essential thing when you show people your art: feedback. Now, you can give yourself feedback, and obviously that will still be important, but usually feedback from another person and a new perspective can be very, very valuable. They'll tell you feedback on things you never thought about or noticed before because they have a new and fresh perspective. For example, you might get the feedback that someone really doesn't know what you're trying to draw, or what you did draw, or paint. In that scenario, you'll realize that your readability is off and maybe you want to work on your silhouettes. Adding to the new feedback, you might even get new feedback from yourself. You know the thing that happens when you post your art and you immediately notice mistakes in it that you never saw before? But when you show people, that effect happens, and if you show people a lot, you'll start to notice things you do off and correct it in your art. Another benefit of letting people see your art, you won't get caught up in your own head about the perfectness of your drawing, and thus you'll be less constricted by the strain of always trying to make the perfect drawing, and then that leads to never drawing because you always want to make every drawing perfect, less failure, and never learning and improving as an artist. Instead, the opposite will happen. You'll make quote-unquote less perfect art, but instead you won't focus on one piece and just continue to make better and better art, and that will improve over time, with the added benefit of being motivated to show people your better art. Another benefit related to the last two is you'll take critiques less to heart. Since you're putting your art out there more, you're not focused on only one piece, but instead you're focused on just getting better in general. So if a person critiques you, you'll take that less to heart and you'll more just want to improve, or at least I've noticed that for myself. Now, if you're really scared to show people your art, a way or a trick I would use is I would join a giant art Discord server, and I mean massive, packed to the brim, and post your art there. Now, this should relieve anxiety because barely anyone will see your art as there's so much art coming in. The people might not even be able to look at your art, let alone for 1 second. And slowly from there, you can work to things like the smaller Discord channels, strangers, then friends, and maybe family. Speaking of Discord servers, shameless plug, I have one. If you're 18 years and older and want to join it, the link is in my description. Anyways, as with everything, you should be cautious on how you use this. You don't want to only do art for people's validation. This is just a tool so you don't grow in a bubble and instead get good feedback you need and work harder on your art. Anyways, that's the video. If you like my art, you can go to my Instagram. I post daily. The Discord, as I mentioned before. I even have a TikTok. But yeah, that's the video. And I know it's scary to show your art, but you should. I believe in you. Peace.